off to Jonathan Taylor. Huge hole. He's at the 30. He's going to go. 10, 5, touchdown. Jonathan Taylor made a man miss the line of scrimmage and then runs it into Pater. And a one-handed INT. Are you kidding me? Kenny Moore.
What a play by Nyheim Hines.
Horseshoe is back, baby. The horseshoe is back.
What's going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another Bring the Juice Colts podcast live stream. Welcome, everybody. Hope you all are having a great Friday evening. Hope you all are enjoying your week. Kind of feels like a short week for me, just due to the fact that I had Monday off because of the 4th of July. But I hope you all had a great 4th of July weekend, and I hope you all had a great week here to start out this one and going into this next week. Thank you so very much for joining in, guys. Colin Kendrick, yo, what's up? What's up, Colin? How you doing? Hey, Tristan, how you doing, man? How's it going? Chris, how's it going, man? How's it going? Freaking Roll Tide people in here. What's up with the Roll Tide people in here now? What did I say something that made me get some Alabama people in here? Y'all know I'm an Ohio State guy, right? I'm just saying. Closing in on that 10K, man. Yeah, thank you so very much, man. That's really cool, man. We're less than 3,000 subs away from doing it. We're hoping to get it done by the end of the week, by the end of the season. So it would be insane to be able to hit 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year. What up, Van? How you doing? Kelvin Beatty, a great member of the channel. What's up, Derek? How you doing, Kelvin? How you doing? On the Rise podcast. What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? Carson Wentz going to prove a lot of people wrong. Yeah, I certainly hope so. So guys, today we're going to talk a little bit about some stuff that's going to be going on for the podcast here comes shortly. Going to talk about the training camp news that we've been getting and some stuff that we might be able to do. And also about, and for the members of the community, if you become a member, we may be setting up a fantasy league for some people. You know, we might be setting up a fantasy league. So if members of the channel are interested in wanting to join a fantasy league, be sure to reach out to me if you guys want to, because I will be working on getting that set up shortly. I know it's only in July right now. We're only in the beginning of July. So, you know, there's still a little bit of time. We'll probably get something done probably towards the end of August. That's when we'll have the fantasy league stuff going. But nevertheless, I will make sure that I have something going for fantasy league stuff. So anyone that's just joining, welcome. If you guys haven't already, be sure to like the stream, comment in the chat, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you all so much. Already almost at 7,200 subscribers, almost at 10K. Can't wait for that. David, what's up, man? How you doing? Larry Brown, hey, Derek, what's up? Larry, how you doing, man? DJ Abcool, what's up, Derek? Hey, DJ, how you doing, man? So, yeah, guys, today, again, we're going to talk some more news about the channel. We're going to talk about, you know, some training camp stuff and season expectations. We can basically talk about a whole bunch of different topics regarding the Indianapolis Colts and everything else. Find any available Colts free agency from Patriots wide receiver N'Keal Harry. Well, yeah, you guys saw, if you haven't seen our video that we posted just a few days ago about N'Keal Harry and that situation, be sure to check that one out. I highly encourage you to. We kind of broke down all the reasons why we think he could and shouldn't be on the Indianapolis Colts. So, but I wanted to say thank you guys for coming in today. Week's been really crazy, but I'm glad that it's getting closer to being over. But anyways, who's watching the McGregor and Poirier fight this weekend? Anyone watching that? I can't wait for that, dude. Actually, in the chat, who do you think's gonna win, McGregor or Poirier? I want to know who you guys think. All I'm worried about is the edge rush and Eric Fisher. Yeah, I mean, I'm not as worried about Eric Fisher. I have a feeling he's going to do well. I have a feeling he'll be just fine. It's just a matter of when exactly does he come back? That's the big question, is the timetable for Eric Fisher. I don't doubt the ability though. And edge rush, yeah, I mean, we got a bunch of young guys there. Just a matter of who steps up. Okay, Connor doesn't lose 2 in a row. Okay. I mean, I totally get it, man. And to be honest, I've been saying the same thing, that if Connor doesn't win this, he might need to seriously consider either trying harder or just retiring, because, the man keeps losing a lot. I mean, I think he's lost 3 of his last 4 fights. So we'll see. Poirier. All right. Interesting hot take there. Fisher will be okay. It'll just take a month for him to play. Yeah, I felt the same way. But yeah, so guys, if you have any questions about the training camp, be sure to let us know. Be sure to ask some questions. We'll be sure to answer them. I'll be sure to answer them. And if you have any questions about the season or any of the players, be sure to ask. We'll get that to you on that. So like I said, for anyone else that's just joining that didn't see before, I was talking before about a fantasy league for our channel. I mentioned it in our channel memberships that we would have a fantasy league going this year. But other than that, we will see just how many people we actually can get into it. If I can get like 10 to 15 people involved, then that would be cool. That'd be a great length. If I had around 10 people, that would be great. I just had to figure out who wants to be in the fantasy league. So, but other than that, so also I do have a little bit of the unfortunate news when it comes to the training camp. I know we had been talking about, trying to get into training camp and everything. I even talked to Colts PR about it, wanting to try to get media passes to be able to get into training camp and talk to some of the players and such. But unfortunately, just due to the NFL protocol, that may be very difficult for us to be able to do. No guarantees or no shutdowns or anything yet, but apparently, only 25 media people can be on the sideline at any given time. So it kind of makes it difficult for us to be able to get into training camp right now. So it's going to be difficult. See what we can do. We'll see if they allow us to do that. But there is one thing that was really cool. We did get invited to Lucas Oil Stadium to be able to watch a training camp practice. So we will see if that ends up happening. So we'll see. We'll just kind of see how things go with that. But nevertheless, we'll do our best to try to provide as much content as we can. Well, I don't know how the camp hasn't been started yet, but I haven't even seen anything about Taylor over this offseason. Hey, Derek, if you or Cody is near Anderson, Indiana on the 28th of August, you should come and check out our movie screening, The Black Book. It's awesome. All right. I'll check that out. We should also have our own betting week thing in CBS Sports. Yeah, definitely. Oh, man. Philly 52. Oh, fly, Eagles, fly. There they are. What is an Eagles fan doing in here? What's up, Philly 52? How you doing, man? So, yeah, guys, just kind of wanted to, bring out a live stream here, kind of talk a little bit about training camp coming up. If you haven't seen some of our videos, we were talking about the roster bubble. The recent thing that we were talking about was the roster bubble. Some guys that could be on the fringe for that. And, like I said, being able to understand who's going to be in the on the verge of being cut, talk about some other matchups going forward. We'll see how that goes. But how's it going? What's up inside the horseshoe? How you doing, man? How you doing? What's up, Derek? Watching from Houston, Texas. Oh, hey, that's cool. What's up, Trevor? How you doing, man? Another great member of the channel. Thank you, Trevor. Joseph Schmidt, what's up, y'all? Hey, Joseph, how you doing, man? How you doing? So, yeah, if you guys got any questions about training camp or anything else coming up, be sure to let me know. D. Ritter, Louisiana here. Oh, okay. Louisiana. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever met anybody on this channel who's been from Indiana before. Sorry, guys. I had to make a text real quick. There we go. All right. Sorry, I had to take care of those. Gator Nuggets. Whatever. Where will we find more info on the fantasy league? I'll be sure to get something up. Unsure on whether or not I want to specifically make it specifically for members, because that's how I originally intended for it to be, or if I want to do it for a general audience for the rest of the subscribers. You know, it's just going to be interesting to see how that goes. But I'll be sure to keep everybody posted on something like that, because I want to be able to do that for everybody. Hi from Fort Wayne, Indiana. All right, cool. Check something. How do you become a member? Well, you should be able, once you subscribe, if you look down below at the, when you look at this video, if you come out of the live chat and you and you look down where the subscribe button would have been, you can hit the blue join button. Hitting the join button will give you different options to be able to see if you want to become a member. You have a couple different options for different amounts of money that you want to pay each week or each month in order to be able to do that. So be sure to check that out. Just hit the join button. Didn't play fantasy last year. Can't wait to play this year. Yeah, I was the same way, to be honest. I really didn't. I didn't really want to play it much last year just because of everything that was going on. Half the time we didn't even know there was going to even be a season. So this year, now that it just as, you know, just as much as I think it's going to happen this year, I can't wait to get back into it. I've been pretty good with my fantasy leagues in the last few years, so I kind of want to keep that up. Hey guys, I'm back. Love you, bro. What is your favorite NBA team? I don't have a favorite NBA team. I don't watch basketball anymore. Can't stand the NBA. Honestly, I can't stand it. Just the politics of it all, and then on top of it, you know, they travel, they flop, they whine and pout. It's just impossible to watch sometimes. You know, it just really is impossible to watch. I don't mind watching basketball every now and again, but I just can't watch NBA much anymore. Okay. Who will Wilkins be playing for midseason? That's a good question. Honestly, there might be a chance that it's not with the Colts. Could be possible. You know, I think he could be going somewhere else. I mean, there's a lot of teams that could go for that could come for a really good player like him. I'm excited to see our team this year. I think will be better than last year. Wentz will be in the top 10, but our defensive backs, Rhodes and Rocky Scene make me nervous. Yeah, I believe Wentz can be a top 10 quarterback. Zach Hicks is really hoping that he's not because his hair is on the line. I love to bring that up every time. But why does Xavier Rhodes concern you? Why does he make you nervous? Because, I mean, Xavier Rhodes was a top 10 corner last year. Top 10 zone corner in the league last year. And Rock Ya-Sin, I understand why you would be nervous. But I'm curious as to why you say Xavier Rhodes. Everybody's saying, hey, Cody. Hey, Cody. Cody's in the chat in case y'all got to know. Okay, got to get this audiobook recorded. All good, man. Derek, I say we lose to the Seahawks, and others may say no. I agree with them, but you forgot one thing. We always lose week 1. I don't care if you have Brady there, we will still lose. Okay, to combat that point, you are correct in the sense that, we do lose a lot week 1. That is very true. But the difference also being that fans are back in the stands. We are at home, okay? And, different quarterback does make it difficult for a lot of reasons. But I believe that the Colts are the more complete team when it comes to the matchup versus the Seahawks. And, we're not playing Jacksonville. Jacksonville, last year's first week matchup was just the absolute worst matchup that the Colts could have possibly had when it came to, first week games because, we're playing Jacksonville on the road. We never do well against Jacksonville on the road. And we are playing in week 1. We just don't do great on week 1s. We can do it. I'm just saying I think we can. Colts fan since 1999. I just subscribed. Eastway, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Fan since 1999. That's cool. That's cool. Been a fan since probably 2001. First time I can remember Colts football. So I stopped watching the NBA because of how predictable things got. College hoops are still fun, though. Yes, that's exactly it, Niski Cap. I enjoy watching college hoops. College hoops is fun. A lot more on the line. There's a lot more emotion, a lot more great things going on with college sports. But the NBA is just, it's just not fun. The Horseshoe Huddle, Derek, you're a king. Hey, appreciate you, Horseshoe Huddle. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. What position battle in training camp are you looking forward to the most? Oh, man. So, let me think here. I mean, for the most part, for the offense per se, for the offense, we mostly know who's going to be battling for what position. We pretty much know at this point. So really, it's much more of the defense. Who's going to get the third most playing time in the linebacker room, right? Who's going to get the bigger corner spot? Who's going to be the edge rushers to start the year, right? Who's going to be the lead ones? It's all the defense. I know mostly what the offense is going to consist of, but I just don't know about the rest of the defense. So defense is really the big one there. We'll address corner next year in the draft. We might. Just depends on how the corners do. The roads are closed. That's right. Roads closed, baby. Rhodes is getting some age, but not slowing down. Yeah, I mean, Xavier Rhodes is still a good cornerback. He showed it last year. He's still a good cornerback despite the age. It's not a huge issue for him. Yeah, he's getting up there in age, but, he'd probably still get a few quality years out of him. We're zone heavy, so that helps. Yeah, absolutely. That we couldn't beat the Jags last year, week 1, is just cursed. Exactly. It was the worst possible scenario. I hate that we have to continue to keep wondering about that. That, it's week 1, it's Jacksonville in Jacksonville. Like, it was just not meant to be. It's just not meant to be. In the next draft, hold on one second, guys. I got a couple messages here. Hold on. Okay, there we go. In the next draft, I think we will draft a corner because Rock might be good. But I think we will lose Rhodes. Who knows? That's an interesting one. Jacksonville is also 100 degrees during the beginning of the season. Yeah, that certainly don't help. I'm enjoying this year's finals. It's nice to see new teams in it this year. Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's nice to see, two teams that weren't necessarily bought and built, the exact same way, right? I mean, Giannis and Devin Booker, being in there, the franchise players, right? And, CP3 being in there finally, right? I mean, it's a great matchup. Suns and the Bucks, it's very interesting. That's why people like it. One sec, guys. Sorry. My girl's texting me. She's not having a good day. Just let me deal with this one second. Okay, there we go. Oh, man. Cody's saying the DE battle is going to be fun to watch. Yes, it is. Patman, Harris, or Strong get that last receiver spot. I would either put my money on Harris or Strawn, but most likely Harris. A lot of you saying a lot of you saying Patman. Very interesting, honestly. Trade a late round pick for N'Keal Harry and put him at tight end. Well, I mean, he's too small to be a tight end. He's 6'4" and 225 pounds. I mean, Kylan Granson's bigger than that. And a lot of people say Kylan Granson's too small. I mean, I don't see the fit in that. I could see us giving up a 6th or a 7th for him to get him as another receiver, but I just don't know if that happens. I fell in the MLB and NBA. There are more games, so it makes the games way less exciting. Yeah, that sometimes can be true. I mean, MLB doesn't feel that way for me, but we understand, that basketball is the same way. They mentioned on ESPN the Colts have a hard schedule. First 4, and Wentz has to face it. Yeah, I mean, we do have a difficult schedule this year. It's going to be a very difficult schedule, and it's really going to show what this team is made of. Can't wait. Derek getting the cops called him again. Really, Cody? You really had to bring that up? You really have to bring that up? Come on, man. I did not get the cops called on me last time. You know this. It was called on somebody at the top floor of my apartment. Stop it. If Harris don't make the 53-man, do you think another team picks him up? He's a good gadget player. Yeah, I could see that happening. You're right. He is a good gadget player. Cody saying hopes we can stash Harris on the practice squad. Maybe Harris is the better pick, but that bromance between Pittman and Patman is too strong to break up. I don't know, man. Gregory Bance Jr. I think JT 28 explodes for 2,220 all-purpose yards, rushing and receiving with 20 total touchdowns. Can't wrap my head around all the disrespect from the national media. I see us winning minimum 11. Oh, wow. All right. 2,200 all-purpose yards. Do you know how difficult that is? You know how difficult that is? That's a lot of freaking yards, man. I don't know. I can't say that I think he's going to do that, man. I could definitely see him rushing for over 1,000 and getting a couple hundred more when it comes to the receiving. No question about it. 1,500 yards is not out of the question at all when it comes to Jonathan Taylor, but 2,200? I can't see that, man. And 20 TDs? I mean, how many did he have last year? Like 15? I don't see him getting anything much more than that, especially with Marlon Mack coming back. I just don't know. I just don't see it. That's tough, man. I mean, that would be insane if he would be able to do that. It would be insane. But I just don't see it. Stephen Hayes, how goes it? Have the Colts looked at free agents still, or is it done now? No, nothing's done yet. Nothing's done yet. We'll see if something else happened, but we'll see. All right. What's up, brother? JDW, what's up, my man? Hey, JDW, you want to hop on the stream? You want to hop on the stream, dude? That would be wild. Yeah, I don't even know if McCaffrey got that in 2019. I'd absolutely love to see JT get 2,200 all-purpose yards. He puts up 2,200. Go ahead and put him in the hall. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can invite him. Hold up, guys. Let's see if Hey Matt, check your Twitter as well. You can join too if you want. I sent you the link. If the quality sucks, I won't stay on. Okay. I'm still concerned with our whiteout group. Tell me why, Calvin. Explain to me why you're a little worried about that or concerned about them. I'm curious as to know why. Maybe I can shed some light on it. Maybe I can see your point as to why. I'm interested. Because I've been hearing people say that a lot, or they're concerned with the whiteout group. I'm not really seeing it. I'm not really being too much of concerns, but not a lot of provens. Gotcha. Veteran depth is scary. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not one of those people that, has been too worried about the wide receiver depth and anything else. I'm kind of over them. I like what I see in the receivers. Pittman needs to step up as a true number one. T.Y. is too old to carry a full load right now. I don't know if that's necessarily true, Niski Cap. I mean, you saw for last half season that, he really showed up and was having multiple 100 receiving yard games. I still think Hilton's got it. Pascal, Hilton, Campbell has shown he's capable. Yeah, exactly. Oh, there he is. There he is.
How's the quality?
Quality's all right. It looks like you're going. It looks like it's really fast. That's funny. You're on your phone, aren't you?
Yeah, I could barely hear you, dude. Okay, there we go.
Oh, you got it now?
Is there an echo or no?
No, I don't hear an echo.
Okay, bet. I guess my phone isn't that bad then.
There you go. I was gonna say, you say you were playing backyard football then?
Yeah, just playing with a few friends, just chilling, man. How's the cat doing? How you doing?
Oh, not too bad, man. I know it's been a while since you and I have talked. I saw you on your stream the other day.
Oh, yeah, big time. Yeah, that was awesome. You stopped by.
Yep, totally.
How was your holiday weekend?
Oh man, last weekend was very much needed. I absolutely needed that. It was good to get away from everything and have a lot of fun. I mean, it was crazy.
I don't blame you. Is what I don't blame you. Got to get away, you know.
Yeah. What was your weekend like? What'd you do?
Just chill with family. No.
Hey,
chill with family. Talk football. Ate. Shot fireworks.
Hey, that's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Right. So what's the subject we're talking about now?
Oh man, well, I mean, I'm assuming you saw the argument that was made for Gregory saying that for JT to get 2,200 all-purpose yards.
I think he's capable, but our running back group, we have a lot of people. It's crowded.
Right, and the Colts don't go feeding heavy to one specific running back like that.
Right. They like to spread around. Like Nyheim Hines will have a few hot weeks, and then Mac will have a few hot weeks, and then JT, and it'll keep going, you know?
Right, exactly. Yeah. I just don't. I mean, I could easily see 1,500 all-purpose yards, but 2,200 I think is just a little too much.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's all do like Darius Leonard, do a screenshot of all the disrespect we keep getting. This will remind me of 2018 when someone ranked us dead last behind Cleveland before Mayfield even took an NFL snap. Really? Jesus. Who was saying that? Terrence, let me know who was saying that. I actually want to know because I want to go and roast that person on Twitter. ESPN said Wentz has to take them back to the postseason or his year is a failure. Yeah, I would agree that, Colts need to be going to the postseason or, not just his year is a failure. The whole team's year is a failure. You're trying to make it about Carson Wentz. It's not about Carson Wentz. It's about the whole team. This team needs to make it to the postseason because we were just there and we were supposed to be getting better. So we should be there.
Right. I mean, yeah. It's awesome to talk about the postseason as, like the media side of things. We're always going to do that, but I'm just saying we need to get through the regular season first. Let's worry about week 1. 1 week at a time.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let's see here. Only consistent wide receiver is T.Y., and teams know how to keep doubling T.Y. Pittman is a big body wideout, and we don't even use him in the red zone. Okay, to your second point,
that'll change.
I agree with you that it sucks that we don't really use him much in the red zone. They tried to do that in the Buffalo game, but just unfortunately came up short a few times. That's just unfortunate. But that's not your first point. That's not true. Zach Pascal is another consistent wide receiver who we have on this roster, who's our number 3. And, Pittman showed you at the last half of the season, he was consistent. He was consistently getting better and better each game as it went on. So T.Y.'s consistent, Pascal's consistent. Pittman showed you he can be consistent once he got confident. We just need to see what Campbell can do and if he can stay healthy. Right.
I want to say something about this Pittman thing. One, it was the crazy year. He had no offseason with his quarterback and Phillip Rivers. He had nothing to prepare for the year. And on top of that, he had that injury for a few weeks. Mm-hmm. And then the first time he comes back against, what was it, the Tennessee game, the primetime game?
Yeah.
He did amazingly. And if you look at the 3 biggest games that the Colts had over the year, Tennessee, Green Bay, Buffalo, those are the 3 biggest games he had.
Yeah. And he had the potential to do even more. I mean, that's the crazy part about it. There was definitely more to tap into for, Michael Pittman. He said it at the beginning of the year. I wasn't comfortable. I wasn't mentally and physically ready for the NFL in the beginning, and was always second guessing myself. And then when he came back, he said, I felt more comfortable after that. And then you really started seeing Michael Pittman show who he really is. So.
Right. And you want a kid that's going to perform better under the light. I mean, for his rookie year when there was no offseason, coming off the injury, a quarterback he's never played with in his life. I mean, the man did the best he could,
Yeah, and, he's getting a lot more work in right now with Carson Wentz. So I don't I don't anticipate him to have as slow of a start with Carson Wentz because he's have a little bit more time getting used to Carson. So.
Right. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, in that playoff game, Pittman got past Trey White a few times in that playoff game. One of the better corners in the league.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I mean, you're not used to seeing a 6'4", 220-pound wide receiver run the way he does. I mean, it's just it's usually not natural for somebody
runs like his dad
that big to run. Yeah, exactly. He was making any linebacker who had to cover him across the middle regret ever making that decision.
Definitely. And
Not
remember,
Andrew Raider Nation here. What's up? Raider Nation's in here. So I had an Eagles guy in here. I had some Alabama fans in here earlier. Now I got a Raider Nation person in here. All right, interesting.
Okay.
Who ranked the Colts dead last in 2018? Yeah,
everyone, every damn person, except for us.
Let's see if our old buddy Sirianni will trade us Darius Slay for something cheap. They hired Sirianni only to screw their team over and bring us their players. Oh man.
I mean, Arthur Smith went from Tennessee to Atlanta, and then look what happened with Julio.
Hey. Colts Nation saying, JDW, what jersey you wearing?
TY.
Wearing TY? All right.
TY.
All right, got to represent, man. Got to represent. I feel bad for Sirianni. He's being thrown into a situation to fail. Yeah. I mean, I do feel bad for him that, the Philly media hated on him so quickly for no reason whatsoever. But, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I know, man. People are already tearing him up during his press conference, man. That's how Philly is. If he can't handle that, man, he's not going to be there long. Because we all know how Philly is.
Yeah, we know how they are. They're idiots. they're idiots.
Dude, I heard when they were like winning the AFC championship, NFC championship, they had to like grease the light poles and everything because people were climbing them and everything and flipping cars and crap.
They're idiots.
Yeah.
They're idiots. Some of them are. They're real idiots. So, I mean, even my buddy RB, who's a Philly podcaster, was saying, I just don't understand why, everybody was tearing him up so badly. Like,
I know, right?
He was nervous. Like, just give him a chance here. Like,
see the dude on the field before you judge him,
Yeah, exactly. Like, not every person does really well speaking to the media as a head coach, knowing you have to answer all the questions correctly and right the same way. I mean, he hadn't even seen the players yet. Like, just give him a second. Like, good Lord.
Exactly.
Pittman will be used more in the red zone this year. I certainly hope so.
Agreed. Carson Wentz loves his big targets, just like Phil.
Yep, very true. And that could also mean more for Malik or Mo Alley Cox out here. So
right,
it could be true.
Yeah. I think people kind of forgot about that last year. When our tight ends kind of cooled down, I think it was more so because our tackles, when they were injured a lot, the tight ends had to help chip and everything. So running those routes it's a lot more difficult to run those routes as effectively when you have to sit back and chip. And as we know, with Philip Rivers' inability, they got to help out a little bit, especially with Chaz Green and LaRaven Clark, man. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's see. Claypool and Justin Jefferson had the same offseason as Pittman last year. Okay, well, they also were better wide receivers, and the simple fact that they also didn't get injured over 3 weeks into the season. That's fine. And yeah, and guess what? I mean, you have the same offseason in dealing with COVID, but you don't always have the same circumstances, though. Everybody handles a different situation differently. And also with how Michael Pittman was being used, Justin Jefferson and Chase Claypool were the number ones. They went into those years being that they knew they were going to have to take over at some point. They knew it. Michael Pittman's just a piece right now. They just had to work things differently. Michael Pittman right now, in my opinion, is going to be just as good as Claypool. Justin Jefferson's in a league of his own. Justin Jefferson was phenomenal this year, and the Eagles were idiots to pass up on him for Jalen Reagor, but that's a decision for another day. And he's saying Pittman is not having D coordinators losing sleep at night. Go ahead and ask the Titans defensive coordinator about that one. I think you might hear a different opinion on that. And Green Bay's defensive coordinator too. You might hear different things. So got to feed the beast. Hey, and Cody's over here saying everyone sub to your channel.
Hey,
he's got the link in
appreciate
here.
that, man. Big time.
That. How many?
I love what you guys are doing with the community. It's really slowed down for me a lot, though. I think it's because it's really like a downtime.
Yeah,
really slowed down. But I think I'm at. I kind of forgot right now. I think I'm at 342. I got I've been doing decent.
Okay, all right. I was going to say a month or two ago, you were at like 200. So
yeah,
I mean, it's not. Yeah. That's still not bad. Still getting a gradual incline. That's not bad.
Hey, every sub counts.
You said it. It's a slow part of it's the off season. Yeah, there's not much to talk about right now. It's so slow. Even for Cody and I right now, it's really difficult to even think about video ideas right now.
Hey, why don't you guys go for that Madden thing?
Yeah, we might start doing that. I might start trying to live stream playing Madden. We'll see how that works.
Oh, that might be scary.
That would be, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if anybody wants to watch me play Madden, but we'll see. I'm better at it than Cody, so we'll see what happens. If Eason is starting, we have a problem. Where's that coming from? Eason ain't starting. At least not right away.
If Eason starts this year, then we have some serious problems.
Yeah, right. How many sacks would you set over under for our defensive ends? For just defensive ends, we're not talking DTs here.
Right.
Let's see. Quiddy, I was saying around 5. Kamoko, let's say back fully healthy, let's say 5.
I'm going higher on Kamoko.
Muhammad, I would say 2. And then let's think about who else. Dio comes back, I would say 2 or 3.
Okay.
So let's just say 16 sacks over under for DEs. I don't know.
Okay, I can get with that, but man, I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. I have a gut feeling for Kamoko Toure, man.
All right.
Kamoko Toure. Before he got hurt, man, look what he was doing to those awesome Chief tackles, to Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz.
Yeah, right. He was really good, and he's saying he's almost 100% healthy now. So
I'm ready. I made a really bold prediction for that, man.
What did you say?
11 plus sacks.
Whew! Wow.
Yeah.
Now, the funny thing is, that would be great because I've always said that I wanted our defensive line and obvious pass down situations to be this. I wanted it to be Kamoko Toure, DeForest Buckner, Dio Adangbo on the inside, and then Kwity Paye on the other edge. I think that would be the ultimate defensive line for this team on obvious pass downs.
Oh, big time. Man, could you imagine when they're going to put Dio and Buckner on the inside together?
Oh, they can. Dio is
right.
Almost as big as Buckner. He's 6 foot. He's 6'6" and 285. He's freaking close. Holy hell. Sam Ellinger is QB1. Hey, I love Sam Ellinger, and I think he's going to be a great practice quarterback for this team because of the way he plays, but I don't think he's there yet. Not yet.
I agree.
Mo Alley Cox picks a spot and says, "Try and stop me." That's exactly it. Seriously, what defensive back or linebacker in the NFL is going to stop a 6'5", 280-pound tight end or 265-pound tight end who has 10-inch hands and is able to jump 11 feet?
Ooh.
Who's doing that? Who is? Nobody. That's the answer. How long will Colts go with Paris Campbell if he continues to be injured? Third year, 2019, 7 games, 2022 games. It depends on what kind of injury we're talking about here. If he gets his knee blown out again, that's super unfortunate. That would be unfortunate luck upon unfortunate luck. But if we're seeing the same lingering injuries that keeps him out for a couple games on end, then yeah, I could see the point of, maybe potentially cutting your losses there. Cause
Right.
If a guy keeps having those issues, but his body was right last year. He just got into some really unfortunate stuff, man.
Big time, man. Man, I saw some people saying that he could be like Carson Wentz at Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah, totally. 7 for Quiddy, 8 for Teray. Joseph, wow, 11.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, I love Komoko. The dude's got that spin, reminds you of, Mathis a little bit.
If Teray gets 11 sacks, I won't complain. Yeah, I'm not going to complain either. Hell no.
I'm telling you, man, I think Teray's going to have a year. He's going to have a year.
We should just have Buckner and Dio just stand in the middle of the line with their hands up. Yeah, for real, though. Turn them into JJ SWAT, for real. Freaking Dio's got ginormously long arms. I mean, his arms are so long.
Okay, man. I had a blast coming on here, but I'm going to have to get off.
All right. Sounds good,
I had a blast talking to you guys. Thank you for, having me on for a little bit. Sorry I couldn't stay on longer, but thank you for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely, man. See ya.
Yep.
All right. 50 sacks at DE if we get Brandon Jacobs to come play. That would be funny. We need to bring back Chester Rogers. Oh, man. Just ask Cody about that one. He will not like that answer. Not like that answer. Hold on. What was this? Are you going to start a Twitch if you do Madden streams? No, we'll probably just still stream it on here, to be honest. Probably still stream it on YouTube. Probably go here for about another 15 minutes, guys. If you have any more questions, feel free to keep asking. Chiefs defensive end Frank Clark has been formally charged with felony possession of an assault weapon after cops found an Uzi in his Lambo during a June 20th arrest. Clark claims the gun belonged to a member of his security team, per TMZ. If convicted, he faces up to 3 years in prison. Yeah, I mean, Oh, how was the pizza at the end of the epic pizza stream? Oh my gosh. Was it worth it? Oh man. I'll tell you what, that pizza was not worth it. The 2 hours that I waited for that thing. But you guys, that was an epic stream. That was an epic stream. That was a lot of fun hanging out with all of you guys during that time and talking during that. That was so funny. It was good pizza, but it wasn't worth 2 hour wait. Clark won't be playing this year. Yeah, no, I hope not. Who do you think will win QB2 spot? I would think it had to be Eason, just because of the amount of extra time he's been in the system, I would think. But Sam Ehlinger, don't count out Sam Ehlinger. Sam Ehlinger is still a really good player, and I think there's a lot of good things he could still do. Brazil, yeah. We got rid of him. I think we cut him. At some point. I just don't think he was really that great. I think that's it. Call a dinner and a show then. Eason has to get QB too. Yeah, I agree. In case you can't tell, I'm hungry right now. I feel you on that, dude. I'm really hungry. I'm about to go upstairs and get some dinner. I'm hungry today. I don't know what it is, but I got to try to somewhat stay better because, I'm trying to continue to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? Who will be D coordinator next season? It just all depends on Eberflus if he leaves or not. His name was brought up multiple times in coaching searches, but who knows? He could turn down a couple different offers to stay with Indy. So, I think it's great that he would continue to stay. So, all right. Well, I think that's going to do it for this one, guys. Be sure to check out our videos. We're going to be updating. We're going to be updating you guys on training camp. And yes, Niski Cap, you did bring enough juice for the stream tonight. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you all have a fantastic weekend. Hope all of you in Colts Nation are doing well. Can't wait for the season to start. Only 2 more months. I mean, it's going to be so awesome to be back in Lucas Oil. I'm going to be there for opening day. It's going to be a lot of great times. Thank you, Inside the Horseshoe Podcast. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, go Colts.